state. We can get more on the humanitarian situation now because we're going live to the town of Borre. There's been heavy fighting there. With us is Jan Egeland, former UN Relief Coordinator, now Secretary General of the Norwegian Refugee Council. Jan, first of all, thank you very much for waiting for us, as you have done in the course of the last few minutes. Just give us a sense, if you can, of the scale of this problem, because it is clear that there are refugee sites and there is some aid there.
Indeed. I mean, the needs here are beyond belief. Behind me, several thousand internally displaced. Earlier here in Borre, I was on the other side of the Nile this morning, where there are 60,000 people who have fled from here, mostly women and children. They are in a pitiful situation, and the aid groups, the UN and all of us non-governmental organizations are in a race against time, really, because the rainy season is coming in a month and it will be impossible for trucks. The people who have nothing today cannot even be reached with relief. So we're trying to do what we can, and we're asking for more help from the world community to help these people.
Right. Well, we're going to run some pictures from the Minkama refugee site, which I think you're going to in due course. And they are striking images, not least because it is clear that there is some form of activity. There is the provision of running water, albeit on standpipes for many people. What sort of fraction, though, of those refugees are being catered for in what looks like a manageable way, would you say?
Well, the people who have fled from Borre to Minkaman, where you have images, are the newer people who have fled there. Now, this place, Borre, has been taken and retaken several times. It has shifted the power balance here 4 times. What we can do is provide them with emergency relief. We are, many groups are providing with water, sanitation, minimum health. They are getting food. But there will be many months now of rainy season, and these people are not going to be able to plant, which means that 3.7 million people will be without food, and it could race. So the race against the time is saving lives, really, in the youngest nation on earth, which is also the poorest place on earth, and a place coming out of 25 years of war. So the world mustn't allow these young nations to implode in misery and in conflict. It is a possibility to turn the corner and go into development.
Right, we have just about 30 seconds left. There are suggestions that they're close to some sort of deal on an interim government now. Do you have much faith in the talks, in the negotiations? Obviously, you'll see them as critically important.
Yeah, the talks have to succeed, really. What we're saying to all of these men with power on either side is, now is the time to reconcile. Now is the time to reach out the hand. The bitterness must not be able to grow even more. The men with political and military power have to think of the women and children, and if they do that, it can stop, and we can help them turn the corner to something better.
Jan Egeland, thank you very much indeed for joining us there in